All right, here we are, day 44. Day 44. We just left the Sarver Hollow shelter, which is, the shelter's like down 0.4. So you have to, this morning we had to do a 0.4 climb to get out of the shelter. But it'll take us up, now that we're back on the AT, we're gonna go up on these ledges. So we should get some views. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today. Warm, like up to 70, something like that. I remember this from 7 years ago. It was like over a foot of snow on all this. So I didn't get to enjoy the ledges then. It was actually in this stretch, this next 7-mile stretch, that I fell 12 times, my record for a day, just because of all the snow and ice that was on this when we went through it. So excited to see this area without snow and with a view. So as we get up here and get some views, we'll show them. All right, here's a view. We've been pretty much walking by this the whole time, just walking on this ridge, just checking out views on that side. There's Chill Guy, and that side. So that's what we've been seeing. This is what I didn't see 7 years ago. All right, so here we are on these ledges. That's what we're walking on. So you can imagine about 8 to 12 inches of snow being on these last time I did this. And then you wonder why I fell 12 times. Because you're walking on a slant and then you throw snow on it. Fortunately, right now, these are dry and I got new shoes. So that helps. I still don't like walking on them. Reminds me of the whites in Maine. You walk on a lot of shit like this. When you get above tree line. But very pretty. Very cool. Glad we got it on a nice sunny day. If things go right, we should see Dragon's Tooth late today. So we'll have those views. Those will be some cool views. So, and tomorrow, McAfee Knob, hopefully, and Tinker Cliffs. So hopefully a couple good days for views. So, the plan today is to get to close to McAfee Knob, like about maybe 6 miles or so from where you do the little pedestrian bridge to cross the little highway and start to climb up to McAfee Knob. So we're gonna stop there. We're actually getting picked up by a subscriber, Lynn. She's gonna pick us up tonight, take us to her house. And then the plan is tomorrow, she's gonna help us slack pack all the way to Daleville, over 25 miles. So that's kind of the plan right now. So we'll see. Last night, stayed in the shelter. It was me, Chill Guy, and 4 other northbounders, and then some dude that was carrying some big tent in a bag and a pot with beans. I suspect a homeless guy. He wasn't wearing a proper clothing to be a through hiker or even a section hiker. So, but there were 7 of us, 6 in the shelter, and then homeless guy was in his tent. And then last night I kept having to get up about 5 times to blow up my pad. So apparently I have a leak in my Neo Air, my Thermarest Neo Air sleep pad. So it would deflate slowly over an hour or 2, and then I'd have to blow it up. So when I get to Lynn's house tonight, I'm going to try to stick it in the tub and see if I can find the leak. I do have a repair kit. I'm hoping that it's not in the valve, because the last one I had, the new valve assembly they have for these pads that they put in a few years ago, I don't like. And the last one I had, I got a leak at the valve, and like, you can't fix it. And I sent it back to them. They couldn't fix it. They just gave me a new pad for free. So this was the free pad to replace the last one that leaked at the valve. So I'm hoping it's not at the valve and I can repair it. If it is, then I might have to work something out. There is an outfitter in Daleville. So I might have to see if we can get there or work something out, and might have to get a new pad. And then I can send this one to Thermarest, and they might fix it or replace it and send it back, and I'll just have an extra pad, have it sent home. So that's the plan right now. Fortunately, the next couple nights I should, stay at Lynn's house, and then in Daleville we'll get a hotel when we get there, so I won't need the sleeping pad for a couple nights. So that's good. But we'll see. All right, here we are at some ledge, climbing up to Dragon's Tooth. We still got a few more miles till we get to Dragon's Tooth, but we're climbing. It's like a several mile climb. And there's this ledge here on this climb. So that's what we're doing. It's 2:16. It's warm. So we're trying to pace ourselves and eat and drink. Some energy. At Dragon's Tooth. Should get some good views there at Dragon's Tooth. Right, chill guy? Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, we just hit mile 700. It means we got 4 point something left in the day. Fucking moth flew right in my mouth. I just spit it out. And I got that shit on video. I'll leave that in. Pardon the French. But when a moth flies right in your mouth, that's what happens. Alright, let me turn the camera off before I trip or I get any more flying objects in my mouth. All right, here we are. We're coming down. We're actually half a mile from the road where we're going to get picked up. So our day will be done in the next 10 to 15 minutes. It's nice. It's a tough afternoon. The morning wasn't bad. The afternoon was tough. All the climbing up to Dragon's Tooth with the heat and stuff like that. And then when you're climbing down, there's tons of these guys, rocks, way worse than this. So we had to navigate through all that, some sketchy coming down. It gets kind of sketchy with all the rocks, but we did it. And we're gonna go in tonight, shower, dinner, all that good stuff, and then we'll figure out exactly what we're doing tomorrow. Right now the plan was to slack 25 miles. We'll look at that, make sure we're still looking at doing that. So we'll just have to see what options we have. All right, so this will wrap it up for day 44. We're gonna make it to mile marker 704.9. 704.9 finish day 44.